This is Optimal Relationships Daily, episode 759. How the Four Tendencies personality profile made me a better parent, by Krista O'Reilly Davy-DeGee of ALifeInProgress.ca. Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Thursday edition of ORD, where we chat parenting. I am Greg Audino, here with you again, and I am happy to bring you another wonderful post today. We will be learning about the natural distinctions between kids' personalities and how we can both recognize and work with them. Should be a very eye-opening episode for you parents out there. So let's not wait another minute. We're going to get right into this post and start optimizing your life. How the Four Tendencies personality profile made me a better parent, by Krista O'Reilly Davy-DeGee of ALifeInProgress.ca. I think it was the moment when she was 3 years old and she crossed her arms, widened her stance, and stared me dead on that I knew I was in trouble. This tiny person with chubby cheeks and chocolatey almond-shaped eyes was not impressed by my angry eyebrows, my threats of consequences, or even my raised voice. None of the authoritarian parenting tactics that had worked with her big brother swayed her in the least. In fact, they made things significantly worse. I had backed her into a corner, and I knew in that moment who would emerge the victor. My frantic brain spun wildly, searching for some hidden bit of wisdom that would help me untangle the scenario gracefully without losing my authority or my cool. But I was already a goner, and she knew it. This daughter of mine is a left-handed, right-brained whirlwind of creative mess and exploration, a strong-willed math whiz always hungry for a challenge and unwilling to conform tidily to other people's rules or expectations. She has called me to growth and delighted me from the day we met 17 years ago. But I had my work cut out for me. My journey to growth started years ago with delving into learning styles, love languages, and various personality typing models. And when, 2 years ago, I came across the Four Tendencies model, I realized this was a missing, important layer of understanding that would take us both to the next level in terms of self-awareness and how to relate to each other. The Four Tendencies model speaks to the manner in which we respond to outer and inner expectations. It is potentially life-changing, as it helps us understand how we make decisions, meet deadlines, or don't, initiate lasting change or form new habits, and how we engage with others. In 2015, when I read Better Than Before by Gretchen Rubin, my daughter and I eagerly uncovered our individual tendencies. The skies parted, and the light of heaven shone down upon me, and so much more about this girl who I adored began to make sense. My daughter, you see, is a rebel. A rebel resists both inner and outer expectations, which helped me understand why she would go nose to nose with me when I tried to assert my authority over her, why she resisted my well-crafted homeschool plans but would work wholeheartedly if she came up with her own, until she got bored and moved on, why she was an amazing artist but left countless half-finished projects in her wake, why she is highly gifted in so many areas of life and study, but has a hard time imagining sticking to any one profession for years of her life, and why she walks with such envious confidence and doesn't seem to care what other people think of her. Here's a bit of fabulous news for my older daughter and me. Questioners and rebels actually have a natural affinity for each other, as we have discovered. But a deeper understanding of why we operate the way we do deepened our ability to fully enjoy each other and not feel like we were purposefully out to antagonize the other. Although, as a rebel, I do think she enjoys pushing my buttons sometimes just for the fun of it. Our family is made up of 3 questioners, the conversations we have, an upholder, his work ethic is something to be admired, and 1 rebel. The Four Tendencies made me a better parent. This is one more tool with which I am able to help my children become more self-aware so they can live with greater emotional intelligence and achieve their personal goals. This includes understanding how to leverage their strengths and manage their weaknesses as needed. 2. We can laugh at ourselves more easily now, and we experience significantly less conflict because we understand each other more fully. 3. Understanding the four tendencies helps me present information and requests in ways that are far more likely to receive a positive response or even eager cooperation. And parents, you know this is a huge win. 4. Becoming a student of my children led to an overarching sense of respect in our home. No more grouchy authoritarian parenting for me. For each individual to be who we are with less judgment and more celebration. 5. Exploring typology, including the four tendencies, opened up the conversation for my children to help identify my blind spots and triggers. And the grace they have offered me has been incredibly healing, which, in turn, has made me a kinder, gentler mom. This rebel daughter of mine is an amazing, interesting person. She is not, of course, just rebel, but a multifaceted, multi-layered, unique construction of personality and personal choice. An ever-changing artistic expression of one piece of sacred humanity. I am so grateful she crashed my quiet party all those years ago. She made the decision at age 6 to play piano, and never once did I have to cajole her to practice. All I had to do was get out of her way. In grade 9, she decided to self-teach 2 years of math in one school year. I couldn't have stopped her if I had tried. She graduated this spring with many awards, including the Governor General Medal for top academic achievement. Scary to think what might have happened if she had decided she didn't like learning. It's so amazing how life changes when each of our children joins the nest, bringing with them distinct personalities and unique gifts. And one of the best bits of advice I could ever offer other parents would be to deep dive into personality typing, to begin to uncover who your kids are at their core. I suggest starting with the four tendencies. It might just make you an even better parent. Krista. You just listened to the post titled, How the Four Tendencies Personality Profile Made Me a Better Parent, by Krista O'Reilly Davy-DeGee of ALifeInProgress.ca. Guys, establishing good communication with your family, your friends, and your partner is an essential part of any relationship. Likewise, establishing a healthy communication with yourself is essential for your mental health. Know that BetterHelp is here for you. BetterHelp will get your needs assessed and help match you with your personal licensed professional therapist. They provide a safe and private environment for you to communicate with your therapist within 24 hours of reaching out, plus giving you the flexibility of scheduling weekly video or phone sessions if you'd like. Their financial aid makes it more affordable than traditional offline counseling, and you can schedule an appointment online at your own convenience. So many people have been using BetterHelp that they are recruiting additional counselors in all 50 states. Guys, I want you to start living a happier life today. As a listener, you will get 10% off your first month by visiting betterhelp.com/ORD. Join over 1 million people taking charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/ORD. And a big thanks to Krista today. We hear a lot in our parenting posts about the value of molding our children by setting examples and guiding them to become adults in ways that we feel are valuable. But at the same time, it's important to make space for what Krista has educated us on today. And that's their innate qualities that are evident even before we have a chance to start shaping them. For all parents out there, it is important to get to know your kids' idiosyncrasies in this way, and to then pair those idiosyncrasies with the steps we take to turn them into good adults. Know their strengths and then work with them accordingly. Know their weaknesses and then work with them accordingly. It'll make the aging and learning process much more pleasant for all involved. I promise you. Krista promises you too. We are going to wrap up here for now, though, my friends. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you again to Krista for a great post. We've got another one coming up tomorrow for our last episode of the week, so get excited. I will see you there, everyone, where your optimal life awaits.